Grady, obviously this one a step forward for the defense. 5 sacks today. What can you attribute to your guys' step forward?
Should have been 6, man. I missed that one on the end. Had them and let them go, but we still got to stop and got on the field. But I mean, just amazing improvement by the whole group. Super excited to continue to build off that and continue to hunt. I mean, super encouraging. Everybody got a piece of them, and it was just great to be a part of, and we want to continue to build off that performance for defense.
What was the message for you guys in the bye week in order for you guys to take that step forward?
To regroup, reevaluate, see some things we could do better, see some things we've done well, see what personnel we can put together to be more effective. Coach Ross turned the heat up on us throughout the week, which is good for everybody involved, and I think we definitely responded well. So I'm just super excited to get back to work and got controllables and always try to find ways you can get better.
This one obviously frustrating, getting a loss at home and then going on the road to Minnesota. How do you flip the mindset and build off of this defense?
It's now or never, man. It's now or never. You got to flip the mindset fast. Definitely disappointed today not to be able to get the dub, but at the end of the day, get opportunity, and that's all you can ask for is have opportunity to go back. We definitely need to look back on this one, see where we can get better at all phases, and we got to respond fast. That's the reality of it, and got the guys to do that, got the coach staff to do that, and it's going to come to fruition. I'm excited to see it happen.
You're one of the top quarterbacks in the league. You guys go out and have this kind of performance today.
First part you said, I'm sorry?
So he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and you guys go out and have this kind of performance you had today.
Yeah, for sure. You ask him a question, you tell him.
Yep, just said to be able to do that against him.
Yeah, for sure. Justin definitely one of the top quarterbacks in the league, rightfully so. Worked hard and got a great arm. Great command of his team. As you can see, he's a strong competitor. He don't just go down when you get back there. And I think we play solid against the run as well. It's a run-first team, run-first outfit. So we was able to, be solid for the most part up front. Definitely some things we could be better at, like always. But a lot to build off of for sure.
You guys are 6-6 in first place in the NFC South. What's kind of the move right now in the locker room amongst your teammates?
The move right now is we want to get on, regardless of where we at right now in the South, regardless of where we dropped a couple, man. We want to win. We want to get back winning, man. We want to do whatever it takes throughout the week, whatever it takes at practice, meeting room, whatever you guys doing at home to get back in the winning column. And that's what we're going to do and get back to the drawing board.
Does it feel like you're just like 1 or 2 players away?
I mean, without a doubt. That's in the NFL, it's always 1 or 2 plays. It's always 1 or 2 plays. And that's the beautiful part about it. You got to be on at all times.
We're all competitors here, and it hurts to the core when you don't make the right plays and, and maybe somebody gets the best of you, whatever the case might be. And today I felt that personally as well,
You guys are still in first. You got the tiebreaker on Tampa, whatever happens in their game. But what's the mentality going forward these last, 5 left to remain in first heading into the postseason?
W-I-N, win. That's it.
I'm sorry you've already been asked this, I'm sure. What do you say to give Kirk, if anything, at this stage in your career and his career?
I mean, he has so much ball that he has played. Definitely has everybody who's played football, and especially at this level, has had games like that. I feel like I just had a game like that, so it's not all on Kirk. It can never be all on Kirk. We have to run the right routes, we have to be detailed, and we have to execute our plays. So that question kind of irks me a little bit. I really don't like that. Kirk is more than an exceptional quarterback. I mean, he's in the history book, so can't really say anything about that. We all had an off day. I mean, we lost. Every loss is an off day, So we got to just get back in the lab and just keep on making it work and try to make something shake, and get back to our core values.
Jake, what do you admire about the way that Kirk responds, and how can you learn from that?
I admire that it's just the next play, We still have time to go out there and make a play. If I were to catch that ball and then we drive down there and score, I'm pretty sure nobody would care about them picks. So it's just having that quick mindset to erase those things, And I've been learning that, and I think I have been doing a better job at that as my career has gone on, So, yeah.
What has to be the shift down there in the red zone for you guys? I know that a couple guys had mentioned it was frustrating to get all the way down there and then not get points there in the red.
Yeah, it's always frustrating getting down there, especially in the low red and not bringing up points. It's really a killer to our souls. I would say that, especially me. So.
You know it's going to be an emotional week for him going back to Minnesota. You tell him, like, listen, don't worry. You don't have to do this all by yourself. We got your back. Just do your thing.
I think he knows how to handle it because, I mean, he went back to Washington and did his thing, you know. It's just another game for us that we got to go out there and execute and try to win, you know. Well, we have to win. That's just the biggest thing right now. So, yeah.
W-I-N.
W-I-N. That's it.
Okay, Justin, obviously this is a frustrating one when the defense has the kind of performance that you guys did today. How well do you feel like you guys took a step forward on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I feel like there were definitely steps, taken in the right direction. A lot of positives. Obviously, the number one thing, everyone talks about the sacks, and those showed up big time today for us, and those guys played their tails off, recovered really well. I always look at the game in a different lens, though. I think most of the guys on defense do. In the turnover battle, and that's never helping our offense out. Obviously, we had the first one early to set them up on a short field, and that was big. And we had another fumble that was out. We didn't get on it. That could have been huge. Point savers too. So those are the things I look at. Also that 2-point conversion. I know it was off an interception from them, but we kind of if we shut that down, it's a 15-13 game. And you never know how those things can go. At the end, we're trying to kick a field goal instead of going for the touchdown. Changes play calling. Those are the things that I think about, right? So although there were steps in the right direction, for us, it's always about chasing perfection, and I think there's a few plays right there that could have changed the outcome of the game.
I know that each room has a different mindset and message in the bye week. What was the focus for you guys in the bye week?
Yeah, it was accountability. Coaches, players. For us though, just raising our level of awareness and accountability to each other in the room. Not waiting for the second half to get going. I feel like in most games that's the case, right? We come out, we play really poorly. Just to put it plainly, out in the first half, and then in the second half we play a lot better. But for us, knowing that we can play a full game of really sound executing defense, and so that's what we did today. But like I said, there was still so much meat left on the bone, and a few plays that we left out there.
When you have a quarterback that has a performance like you did today, obviously he's going to be frustrated with himself, but what is the message? What needs to be the message to Kirk, or really just among this team?
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have tough games, and I think for us it's recognizing that when we don't play our best on one side or the other, the other side has to, pick up where the latter side is lacking. And so that's what I was getting at earlier when I was explaining. For us defensively, man, it's not coming off the field and saying, well, we played, really well X, Y, and Z. It's man, what could we have done to help set our offense up, maybe get the momentum going, sparking something so that they can have a big play. That's the things that I think about that would have helped us win today, because it's not all on one side of the football. It never is. And those are things that we'll discuss. We'll watch the film. We'll see where we can get better, and that'll help us move forward.
At the end of the day, you just got to continue to be there for your teammate, and that's what we're here for. So.
You surprised the offense struggled coming out of the bye week?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes you have a sense of that around the league, coming out of bye week and, have a little, slow start. But, I have faith in our crew. So.
And it will be an emotional week for him getting ready for this Minnesota game. How do you think he'll respond with all the attention with him going back to play the Vikings?
He's a pro. He's be able to, handle it. I think it puts some fire under him, go back and, go back with a nice crew and, make some noise. So, it's good. It's a good, story, I guess, for everybody, to help him, either win that game and, have a good game.
And what can you say about the defense that put you guys in position to have a chance in the end?
They've been doing that all year long. Whenever we needed them, they made a big stop, or made a big play for us to, go down and score. So they've been doing that all year long. So.
Darnell, sorry if you've been asked this already, but what was the most frustrating aspect for you offensively today?
Not scoring them points in the red zone. Kind of feels like that's been the whole deal all year long. We get all the way down there and then don't score. So we've got to find some ways to, as a team, everybody doing their job, of, getting points on the board.
Anything you can do to fix that in the red zone?
I have no idea right now. Got to go watch the film and see where we went wrong. I always feel comfortable with the plan that we go into each week, though, with our red zone plan. So sometimes it just hasn't been working out too well for us. So.
What's the difference between this team when it was playing so well and what you're doing now?
I'm sorry, say it again?
What's the difference between this team when it was playing so well offensively versus what's going on now?
I would say those splash plays and those touchdowns. Scoring wise, a lot of things get hitting when you're not putting points on the board. So when you're putting points on the board, a lot of things get hitting. So a lot of things are picking up, and we kind of just gotta go out there and put some points on the board at the end of the day. We know what we're doing. We're getting down there, and we're being dominant with that. So the good thing about it, we didn't have any penalties of pushing us back, which we had all year, and we're doing good with that. We just gotta score at the end of the day.
Just playing hard and trusting each other, playing our assignment. Feel like we got a good rhythm in terms of rush and coverage, and it all plays hand in hand. We just got to keep on stacking.
A lot of battles between you and D and AJ with Ladd over there, and you guys were able to really quiet him down in the second half. What was the key to slowing him down?
Felt like we did a good job just kind of blanketing them, just getting hands on when we can, and then always having our eyes on them in big situations like third downs and stuff like that. We just got to keep on going. Wasn't enough to get the dub today.
Like you said, not enough to get the dub. It's been a couple in a row now. What's the mentality of this team at this point?
Keep on playing. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Just keep on trusting each other, trusting the scheme, trusting each other, and winning.
What can you guys as a defense take from this game forward down the home stretch?
Like I said, it was a step in the right direction. We just didn't do enough today to get the dub. But, we're not at all going to hit the panic button. We're going to keep on playing.
What was the biggest point of emphasis for you guys on defense that you wanted to improve upon in the bye week?
I think every room, had something different. For us, we wanted to cover better, make sure we're on receivers. D-line wanted to rush better. So I think it all plays hand in hand. And today, like I said, we did pretty good. I feel like we took a step in the right direction, but wasn't enough to get the dub. So we got to get back to the drawing board and, come back next week ready to play.
How nice was it? How much does it help you guys on the back end to see the pressure that they were able to get up front?
It was amazing. It was good, you seen a lot of sacks, helped us get a few crucial turnovers and stuff like that. We just got to continue to capitalize.
Coach said that he's not worried about you guys' confidence, despite what happened last year in the three-game losing streak. Do you share that sentiment as well?
I agree. Agree with Coach completely. We're not going to waver. We know who we are. We know what we got to do. We just got to keep on outrunning this out.
It happens. It's pro football. Those guys are great on the other side. I think you just got to look at what we need to do, and obviously, like I said, we did a better job eliminating penalties, but we've got to be able to run the ball down in the red zone too.
Fair or not, there are going to be fans on the outside saying, this one's on Kirk. There are going to be fans who are saying that, whether or not y'all agree. What's the support like in the locker room? What do you see out of him after a tough game like this one?
It's definitely not on him. It's on everybody, and I think everybody in this team, in this locker room, takes introspective of what we need to do individually better and how we support the unit. And so, he's got our full support, love him, and he's the leader of this offense.
What's he like in a game like this one? We know we see him goofing around. We see the fiery side on the field. When it is a tough day for him, what's he like in the huddle on the sidelines?
He's the same guy, and that's what makes him special. He's competitive. He's dialed in. He's in on all the details. He's not in his own head. He's there helping us, getting us the situation, and I think that's what makes him special. You don't have the career that he had if you aren't built with the right mentality, and he's like the best I've been around.
He's had 500-yard games. You guys have put up huge rushing games. What gives you the confidence that these last 5, y'all be able to put up those kind of numbers, those kind of offensive outputs that we've seen?
Like you said, we've done it before, and I just think dial it in as a unit, and we didn't have the success today scoring points, so just got to do that going forward.